Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another lovely YouTube video. Now, as you guys can tell from today's title, we're going to be talking about the top 5 mods I believe you should get for your 10 Gen Civic Si. Now, this was specially requested from you guys. A comment that popped out to me was one from Spencer Tran, and he just specified that he just got a 10 Gen Civic Si. Congratulations, Spencer. And he doesn't know what mods he should get. What are the first things he should get? And I know that this is a common question that you kind of ask yourself, what should I do? So I thought, instead of kind of commenting back and giving him ideas of what he should do, why not just compile it into a video to support all of you guys and give you guys all the ideas on what you should do when you get your 10 Gen Civic Si. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that these mods are just specified to your 10 Gen Civic Si. Nothing about, like, you know, general mods, I feel like, although there are going to be some in there. But I'm going to go ahead and specify in detail why I feel like you should get these for your 10 Gen Civic Si. Again, these are all my opinion based mods that I feel like you should definitely get. But it's definitely just going to be what I believe is going to change your driver experience overall. So starting off with number 1, I want to go ahead and give it to the Acuity Relocation bracket. It is a simple mod, plug and play, and it is on the cheap side in a sense. Acuity makes a lot of great parts for our cars, and their relocation bracket is definitely one of them. When you get this car out the box, I feel like the gas pedal is just too far to the right and too far up. But with the relocation bracket, they have 3 different locations you can put it in, and I chose C, which brings it a lot closer to the brake and farther down. And for that, it just helps with heel-toe downshifting. And I actually had a friend tell me that it felt like the throttle response was just quicker and it was just less effort to press in the gas pedal, basically. In a sense, it was just more comfortable for him. So it is definitely a must in my top 5 of what you should get. And it, like I said, it's on the cheaper side, and it's just easy plug and play to go ahead and add to your car. Now moving on to number 2. Now this can go 2 separate ways here. Mufflers, exhaust. When you change out the sound in your car, I feel like it also changes out that driver experience because you're getting that tone, you know, that sound. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say loud equals faster. I'm trying to say loud equals excitement. You do have 2 options. You can either go a name brand or custom or just like a muffler delete. It's all preference to you. My opinion is I just feel like exhaust don't give you any sort of horsepower gain much, you know? So if you want to spend the big bucks, go for it. If you want to spend the little bucks, go for it. It's all preference to you. I do want to go ahead and give you guys a sound clip from my buddy Brian here, who's rocking the Greddy Exhaust, and just kind of give you guys a difference in tone. I know you guys have heard my muffler delete from past videos, but just to show you guys one of the name brand exhausts that's pretty big out there, Greddy, here's what it sounds like. I hope you guys like that. I know sound quality through a video and in person is going to be much different. It might just sound the same from the muffler delete, but they are 2 different tones. And it's just going to go ahead and tie us actually into number 3, which in my preference, I believe should be an intake. So for number 3, I believe you should get an intake as another one of your first 5 mods. An intake just actually helps a lot with breathability from the front. And also, if you're going to run an exhaust, you're getting it from the rear. Now, the reason I also say intake too is because a lot of people are debating on getting a blow-off valve. And I know in the 10 Gen community, it tells you not to. I agree with that. Blow-off valves allow your car to basically run rich, which means that you're going to get more oil than air. And yeah, I think it's oil than air. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry. But with a blow-off valve, I know that everybody wants it because they want that kind of whoosh noise from the turbo. And you can actually get that as easily from an intake. Now, depending on what intake you get is going to change the amount of sound that you get. My preference is going to be PRL. I believe PRL makes a great intake. It actually has a lot of sound. They're also silicone piping for less heat soaking. And on top of that, it's a full cold air intake. And I feel like those are the type of intakes you want for your 10 Gen Civic Si, because we are a turboed car. We rely on cold air for our turbos to give us that boost. So why not go for a full cold air intake instead of a short ramp? All right, now number 4. Number 4 is gonna tie right back into Acuity as well. If you have not checked out Acuity's website, I suggest that you do and add it into your favorites, because Acuity makes a lot of great parts for our 10 Gen Civic Si's, especially around the shifting of our cars. Coming out of the box stock, I just feel like they're great shifters, but they're just too much play. And Acuity solves that problem. They have so many options, from bushings to springs to a rocker, to help basically crispen your shifts, to stiffen up that play, so that way it doesn't have all that play going around while you're trying to shift through gears. And it is an easy plug and play too. It does actually take some time to go ahead and change out some of the things within your shifter, but there are tutorial videos out there for that, and I'll try to be working on some myself. But again, check out Acuity. I'll put them in the description below. I'll put all this stuff in the description below for you guys. And I mean, really, if you're trying to change out that driver experience, changing out that shifter, making those shifts much crisper is definitely going to change that drivability for yourself. Now, before we move on to number 5, I do want to have an honorable mention, because this kind of helps with number 4's, your shift knob. If you feel like you can't afford all the Acuity stuff right off the bat, you know, a shift knob is one of the cheapest things that you can get. I bought mine for 50 bucks. I'm running the Skunk 2 shift knob. I'll also put that in the description below, but specifically a weighted shift knob. Mine's, I think, 440 milligrams, or no, 440 grams. And that weighted shift knob, just off the bat, helps with you throwing it into gear just a lot more smoother. Because it's weighted, it's actually giving it, you know, you don't have to put in much force, and it guarantees that it goes into each gear. So a weighted shift knob is going to be my honorable mention. It's a cheap buy. I bought mine for 50 bucks, like I said, and it is going to change that driver experience for you. All right, number 5. I'm going to have to take a sip of water for this. This is definitely a must. If you're buying your car and you're trying to figure out the first thing you should buy, I'd probably say this. This is a great buy, and there's 2 routes you can take for this, but I'm not going to go into pros and cons of which one's the best, and you guys are just going to have to choose for yourself. We can actually save that for another video. But we're going to go with an ECU Tune. There is 2 brands that you can go with, Hondata and Ktuner. There are pros and cons between the 2. My opinion to you guys, if you're trying to decide, is if you plan on building your car in the long run, getting it tuned by another professional, you obviously need a tuner, and you don't know which one to choose, ask your tuner. Ask your tuner which ECU tune should I use, you know, for him to help tune your vehicle, because some tuners prefer Hondata, some tuners prefer Ktuner. It's all depending on your specific tuner that will help basically on which tune you go with. Each of them have base maps that you can go ahead and use, and both are very, very close in price. Hondata is actually in the 600 range, and Ktuner has 2 options, the version 1.2, which is around $400, and it has just the device itself, and then there's a version 2, which comes with a 3-inch display. Hondata doesn't come with a 3-inch display. If you want that flashy 3-inch display, Ktuner version 2 is the option for you. Again, this is all preference, and we can save the argument of which one's better in another video. But an ECU tune is a must, because A, it changes your driver experience completely. This car comes with rev hang right off the right out of the box, completely depletes that. And not only that, but you're changing the ECU. It increases your boost, it increases your torque, your horsepower. I mean, it's the biggest horsepower gain you can get from something so simple. Now, I know they're on the expensive side, but I definitely have to say this is a mod that you definitely should get, that changes your driver experience completely. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I just want to go ahead and give you guys my ideas of what I feel like should be one of the first 5 mods you should get. This is definitely just to give you guys more information if you guys didn't know about these websites too. And also, if you guys have any other mod ideas that you guys feel you should go ahead and add, go ahead and comment it below. Help out the community. I'm pretty sure people will run through the comments too. So if there's another mod idea that you feel like you should add to that's not in the top 5 list, go ahead and comment it below. I hope this video helped a few of you guys out there who are trying to wonder what to do for the car, and I hope my opinions help too. We will go ahead and just kind of dive into more videos exclusive to this type of stuff, especially like I said, Hondata versus Ktuner, and give you guys my preference on that too. But I just hope that this video helped, and we're gonna go ahead and conclude it now. And just kind of before we end today's video, I do want to throw out there, if you guys can go ahead and check out my Instagram account at PhongVLG. We are so close to 1,000 there, and it is also the place to be updated the most of my current build and what's going on with the car. And on top of that, if you just want to see pictures of the car itself too, it's definitely going to be up on there. Another huge shout out to my buddy Brian FC3. He helped out a lot, and with his Greddy Exhaust, I was glad that we can use that sound clip. So go ahead and check him out in his current build too at Brian_FC3. Huge shout out to him. Thanks a lot, Brian, for the clips. Thanks for helping out. And another huge shout out just to you guys. Thank you guys for your support, because honestly, it is pretty freaking motivating when I'm seeing not only that consistent amount of flow of people viewing my channel, but the amount of support that I get in the comments. You guys giving me those grateful comments. I mean, it's like, how can I stop? How can I not make content for you guys anymore? You guys are so giving, and like, I just really want to thank you guys a lot. It means a lot to me, guys, and just in return, I'm gonna keep giving you guys the best content I can and just keep this flow grinding. Again, I'm gonna try my best to post every single Wednesday, and there is no specific time. As you guys can tell, this video came out a little late, but I'm gonna try my best. All right, guys. I hope to see you guys next week, of course. And yeah, thank you guys very much, and I will see you guys in next week's video. You guys already know, as always, stay cool, stay in school. What am I saying? As always, yeah.